So, time has come. It is the end of the year, so it is time to make some tough decisions. I have a quite big box in front of me, full with fragrances that I'm finally ready to depart with. Hi there! Welcome to my channel. My name is Diana and I am a fragrance enthusiast who has been collecting fragrances over the last 5 years. Here on this channel, we talk about all fragrances. It doesn't matter if it's niche, designer or Middle Eastern. The ultimate goal is just to smell good and feel good. So, first of all, happy holidays everyone. Hope you had a wonderful time during Christmas if you celebrate it. I already mentioned that eventually I don't do declutters too frequently. If a fragrance doesn't work out for me, first I put it away on the chopping block and I revisit it a couple of times before I make the final decision. Since I'm also planning to redesign my beauty room, so time has come to make those final decisions and let a couple of fragrances to go. Just for the record, these perfumes will not go into the bin. I will give them to friends, family and colleagues. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to ship any fragrances to you, especially not outside of Europe, so please don't be weird and don't ask for it. I will try to run through these perfumes rather with a fast pace, as I have here about 13 fragrances in front of me. Okay, but let's start, and let's start with one that you may disagree with. I'm finally ready to let La Belle go. And as you can see, it had its time. I loved it, I enjoyed it. The juice also has gotten a bit darker, but lately I find myself going noseblind to it. Somehow after 10 to 15 minutes, I cannot smell it anymore. I also own Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar from Kayali. I also have colors from Supers Budapest, and both are quite close to La Belle. So I'm sure that one of my friends or maybe colleagues will be very happy with this one. Then another very well-known and well-loved one. Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia. And here is the thing. I think I do not enjoy Gardenia in perfumes anymore. At least not the ones that are slightly sour, almost cat pee leaning. I used to love it, but the last few months my nose has changed and I really started smelling something sour and even animalic in it. Also, if you love any of these scents, then I'm very, very happy for you, but Gorgeous Gardenia has to go. Okay, so 2 more cult favorites, and let's go with this one. Cloud from Ariana Grande. This was one of my first perfumes in my collection when I really started stepping into fragrances and collecting fragrances. I went through, I think, 2 or 3 bottles of it, but I haven't touched this one for over a year now. If I crave the scent profile, I have a small bottle of Baccarat Rouge, the original, in my collection, but honestly, I'm not really into this scent profile anymore. And the other one, which is also very, very well loved, is by the Fireplace from Maison Margiela. Yes, it is sweet, creamy, beautiful, but the smokiness became just stronger and stronger with the time, and I just cannot do it anymore. This is also something that I loved. You can see that there is a dent going on here, but I think it will be better loved in a new home. Then let's go through some more designer fragrances before I move to Middle Eastern and niche. The next one, let's see, is going to be Daisy. Daisy Also Intense from Marc Jacobs. This is a beautiful perfume that I think features the note of wild strawberries, if I recall correctly. It is sweet, aquatic, but it almost immediately turns into a skin scent. And when I'm in the mood for these kind of fruity perfumes, then I need a little bit more oomph. And yeah, this one just doesn't have it. I can imagine that someone who has a very sensitive nose could enjoy this one much more than I do. And then the next designer that finally goes is La Nuit Tresor from Lancome. It is a kind of fruity, chocolatey patchouli scent, and I have always wanted, to be honest, to smell the a la folie version, but I missed the opportunity, so I bought this one instead. This one smells good, but it is super generic to my nose, and I also go nose blind to it after a few minutes. Once I even oversprayed it to work, as I thought that, yeah, it was gone. And then one of my colleagues complimented on it. And when I asked back that, oh, wow, are you able to still smell it? Then he replied jokingly that, yes, the entire building can smell you. So I guess this is a case when it is only my nose. And then I have one more, which is going to be Alien Mirage from Mugler. And yeah, in one of my previous videos, I already explained it why. If you haven't seen that video where I'm talking about bad or weird compliments that I got on perfumes that I was wearing, then I highly recommend to watch it, as I had a lot of fun when I was recording it. I will link it in the description below. But long story short, the mineral notes started smelling in this one like pickle juice to me. So I just cannot wear this perfume anymore. By the way, if you are still watching, then I guess you like this video. So please hit that like button and also consider to subscribe for more perfume content. Okay, then I have here 3 Middle Eastern perfumes, 1 Dua, and 2 more niche perfumes. So let's go with the niche ones. It's gonna be loud. Okay, so white coffee from Toni Cabal. I purchased this together with white cream, and I thought that, yeah, this will be the coffee version of it. Well, I was wrong. All I can smell is a sour, sharp coffee note with amber. There is no creaminess, only some kind of masculine woodiness that isn't really my vibe. I could only keep this for layering, but I have better coffee scents that I would pick over this one. Then moving on, I also decided to let commodity juice go. This one was marketed as a juicy, fruity concussion. However, the dry down is just sour rose on my skin. If I crave for rose, I will always go for a jammy, sweet rose, and juice is just not it. It was a blind buy fail, and since then I sample every single commodity perfumes before purchasing them. Then the one Dua that is going to leave my collection is Smoked Princeless Princess Cherry, a mouthful. So this is supposed to be inspired by Kilian's Princess in combination with cherry smoke from Tom Ford. Too smoky, too thick, too synthetic. If I'm craving for a cherry perfume, then I will still not choose this one. Okay, so another cherry fragrance. It is Zukhruf Cherry from Zimaya. And I gave this a quite good review because it has a lovely cherry scent. It's very candied, very juicy, a little bit even less synthetic than the Dua one that I just talked about. But again, I have trillions of cherry perfumes and I have much better cherry perfumes. So again, it is not worth to keep it. Then 2 more Middle Eastern perfumes, maybe the biggest fail of all. Lattafa Ajayeb Dubai. One of my worst blind buy fails of last year. I fell for the hype and I got it. Everyone promised a creamy sweet mango scent, but it never matured to it. It is a screechy synthetic green mango scent that I just cannot. And lastly, another blind buy fail, also from Lattafa. It is Kashaf from Lattafa. And this is supposed to smell like La Capitale from Zukhruf. Fruit and leather, but rather only leather. The fruity notes disappear in seconds and only the leather base stays on me. And I have to admit that I don't like leather as much as I originally thought. I'm not scared of it, but I prefer it if it's a kind of supporting note in perfumes. So Kashaf is also leaving. And maybe before we close it off, I want to mention a few more fragrances that I have already decluttered without mentioning them in a video. These were vanilla powder, which contains that some kind of nasty aroma chemical that I just cannot deal with. It scratches my throat. Then Burberry Goddess Parfum from this year, which came across too leathery to me, and I did not enjoy it at all. And also Paris Corner's Peach de Lulu ended up being so, as it kept reminding me to a kind of peach flavored lozenge. Yeah, and one more. I also gifted away Zenith Vanilla, which is supposed to be a dupe of Vanilla Diorama. Since I got the original Vanilla Diorama, I did not need it in my collection. So I guess this was it. It feels good to have finally a little bit less perfumes. Once I'm done reorganizing my beauty room and my perfumes, there might be another declutter coming, but for now I'm just wishing you a happy new year in advance. And until the next time, bye bye.